Good morning. How are you guys doing today? I'm at a rest area in Idaho. And that's my load. Highway 95. Some brand new Chinese trailers. Very similar to the ones I have. Very similar. Anyway, let's hit the road. Hammer down. That was a stop. I stopped earlier there. I think legally that'd be okay because I stopped, waited for traffic to all clear, and then hammer down. If I were to stop again at the stop sign, I would have a worse point of view of the road behind me than I had with the mirror here. So the safest was to do what I did. I tell myself anyway. Beautiful day here in Idaho. I'm sitting in a hot sun, so we'll wait for the thermometer to level out. Because in the sun there it says it was 34 degrees Celsius, which is not true because under the hood, wherever the sensor is, I don't know where the sensor is. Wherever the sensor is, I'm sure it was hotter than it is the actual air temperature. It should be closer to 25, give or take. So that was the cheap something rest area. Like SHEEP. That's a lot of RVs in that pullout. Thursdays seems to be when the RVs come out. Thursday afternoons. People are going on vacation, requested the Friday off, convince their boss to let them go home early on a Thursday. Are fishing. And there's a signal light. crazy. RVs everywhere. Looks like a bunch of old white dudes. Excuse me. Outside in the rest area, so much pollen, allergies, just so stuffy. Try to get over it for your sake. Must be an event or something, because all these bullets have like porta potties sitting at them. It's got to be some kind of big event. We're following the Little Salmon River. Oh, more people fishing. Hells Canyon National Recreation Area. Entering Riggins, Idaho. Beautiful area. So yeah, had to run down to Boise, Idaho, dropped off a load there. I honestly can't remember the rest of the week. I'm trying to think. Don't know where we went on Monday. I went. Jess isn't with me this week. Tried to give you guys a recap of the week, but I can't for the life of me remember. Oh yeah, we went to Maple Ridge, delivered all that cedar in Maple Ridge, picked up a load of concrete blocks in Abbotsford, delivered that to West Kelowna, couldn't make the delivery on Tuesday night. They were closed already by the time I got there, so I stopped in the West Kelowna yard, and I'm like, it's 3 o'clock. Do I go home? Home is an hour away, Penticton. Or do I hang out over here, edit video, and maybe play some video games? Like, with the fuel prices the way they are, maybe I'll just stay up here. So I jumped out, and the yard I was going to deliver on was such a tight yard. I'm going to split the trailers. So I started working on splitting the trailers, and another truck driver jumped out. I didn't even know he was there. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm delivering there." He goes, "Oh, yeah, I don't split trailers." I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't either when I was driving the International like he was. But with this Kenworth long nose with a wheelbase set forward, I remember backing into that last time with the International and having the truck nose in the ditch trying to back into that yard, just such a tiny little yard. I'm like, I think I would really struggle with this long nose. So I'm like, I'm going to split the trailers and deliver one at a time, because the Salmon yard was literally 4 minutes from the delivery spot. I'm like, why not split the trailers, deliver one trailer at a time? He just goes, "I'm stuck here because my trailer needs a safety before June." So he's got to sit here and wait till that trailer is safety. It might be a whole day or two. I'm like, well, just take my trailer and deliver the load tomorrow, and I'll bobtail back to Salmo and pick up my trailer. Because those were Super Bs, not my quad deck. And what I didn't know was he was on the phone with my boss, and my boss overheard me, and all of a sudden he goes, "Boss wants to talk to you." I'm like, okay. I grabbed his phone, talk to me. Boss just goes, "You're dropping those trailers in West Kelowna?" I'm like, well, no. I was gonna deliver this load, but I can't deliver it now until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So I have to wait here, and then I was gonna bring them back to Salmo and then switch to my other trailer like we had planned. He goes, right. He goes, so that means you'd have to put all your straps and everything into your truck if we swap trailers now, right?
Yeah, you got it quiet right back up to Lewiston.
Thank you. Looks the same the other way. So, boss is seriously thinking about swapping trailers here, and I can bobtail. I've got the whole evening left. I can keep working, and the other driver gets a trailer first thing tomorrow instead of waiting all of tomorrow, which would have been Wednesday by then. I can't remember dates. I might be getting the dates wrong. Maybe that was still Monday. That was still Monday. So it's a win-win. So I go, yeah, Jess isn't with me, so I can put all the straps on the passenger floor, and my bungees and stuff will all fit in there. I'm like, I can make it work. I'm not too pain of a butt, because it'll work. He goes, well, if you're willing, let me put the other driver back on the phone. He talks to the other driver, and the other driver goes, well, I hate switching trailers, but it's better than sitting here. I'm like, okay. Dropped the trailer and bobtailed all the way to Salmo, picked up my trailer, loaded the load going to Idaho, and now we're coming back home from Idaho. And today's Tuesday. The scale is closed. Plan is on Friday morning unload these brand new quad decks, brand new trailers for Sutco. And then load for another Idaho run. But it's one of those big wide loads that I need to detour through Soyuz anyway, so I can go home for the weekend, pick up Jess. On Monday, there'll be the two of us heading south to Idaho. Jess is happy I'm making it home for this weekend, our wedding anniversary, 06/06/09. "13 years. Very blessed relationship. Very few arguments, very few disagreements. Well, I guess we have lots of disagreements, but never really fight. I mean, we used to fight when we were newer in the relationship, but I think most of those were my fault. Yeah, I can say pretty safe that most of those were my fault. Well, now we're following, by the way, Big Salmon River. The Little Salmon and, not big, just Salmon River. Salmon River and Little Salmon River connected up in Riggins. Tourist trap of him. So yeah, I think it's been a good week. Good week. Even though when I picked up this trailer sat at the shop. I dropped off Thursday, picked it up Tuesday morning. So it sat there all of Friday, all of Saturday, and all of Monday. All 3 days the shop's open. Of course Sunday too, but shop's closed. And nobody put new tires on the trailer. 8 tires need to be replaced. They're not illegal yet, but they need to be replaced. I think I could probably get one more week in on these tires before they become close enough to legal that I wouldn't feel comfortable on the road with them anymore. So, it'd be cool. Maybe tomorrow, I guess for you guys yesterday, maybe on Friday when I drop these trailers off at Sutco, maybe they can give me at least some tires. That one tire is getting awfully close. Maybe just, even if you replace one axle of tires. I need 2 axles replaced, but replace one axle. And then the other axle has probably another 2-3 weeks left in it. Maybe 4 weeks. And the rest of the tires are all still pretty darn good on this truck. Although it's summer now, Sutco does this thing. They give us brand new winter tires every single fall. So usually around Halloween we put 8 brand new winter tires on these trucks. And we use them enough that it's not worth pulling the winter tires off and reusing them next year. Besides, they would be halfway worn down, if not more than halfway worn down, making winter more difficult. So Sutco wants all their trucks to have the best possible tires, high-end, expensive winter tires every single winter to reduce accidents, make drivers safer. So what we do is we just melt them off. Now that the temperature is, what is the temperature? 27 degrees Celsius. Now it's settled out. 27 degrees Celsius. Those winter tires are really soft tires. They just kind of melt off the truck. So I'm gonna need new tires on the truck here within a couple of months here too. We'll see how long they'll last, but As soon as we get to temperatures this hot, they just start melting off because they're so soft. And Sutko said leave them on there. It's for the amount of money and the hassle of switching everything over back and forth, and when would we have time to wear the rest down where they don't melt off? Just melt them off till they're worn out, and then we put runoff tires on the truck as we need to replace tires. So runoff tires are used tires. So in fall, when they put all brand new winter tires on, they keep all the tires that still have decent tread on them. And then in the summer, we use up all of those tires. So we call them runoff tires. They've been run for a while already. Some truck drivers keep their winter tires on all summer long, and in fall just get the 4 or 8 brand new winter tires. Those guys also run a lot less miles than I do. I'm a bit of a mileage king. And no, there's other truck drivers that run more miles than me because they run more hours than I do. I used to consistently show up on the map as most miles driven. But now I'm usually in the top 5 of most miles driven because I take a full 2 days off on weekends. Legally, you only need 36 hours off for weekends, so that's 2 nights and 1 day. And a lot of truck drivers do that. But money isn't that important to me. I'd rather have my time off on a weekend. So those drivers will get more miles than I do, but not by much. Also, some drivers speed more. I'm just not a speeder. Quite a few boats in the water. Dinghy there, and they're paddling with stream, so they must be doing some whitewater rafting. Although at this point there's not much white water. You have to go further upstream for more of the whitewater. And Little Salmon River has really gnarly white water. You'd want to be a pretty skilled kayaker to do something like that. Yeah, nice hot day. Sorry, Linda. I know you're having like snowstorms in your part of the world. We're having just gorgeous, best time of year weather. Yeah, I googled online a bit, and it's like Australia's having unseasonably stormy winter conditions. Yeah, I could see why you'd want to do a group ride on a motorcycle along this kind of highway. Beautiful highway to do it on. That boat looks like it's got a bunch of fishing rods out. Must be a big fishing event going on. I love this canyon here. So beautiful to run along. GPS says we'll arrive at the border in 6.5 hours. We have just under 5 hours. It's an hour and a half. So yeah, I'll probably hit the border around 8:30 in the morning tomorrow. Border opens at 8, so that should be perfect. My dispatch was actually to cross the border at Eastport. And I'm like, so I called them. I'm like, is there any legal reason why we're crossing at Eastport and not at Nelway? The answer is no. Why? Would you like to switch to Nelway? I'm like, yes, please. I think they did it because they thought they didn't know what time I would hit the border, and Nelway is only open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., so it's a small window compared to Eastport, which is 24 hours. Like, saves me a bunch of time, saves Sutco money, shorter route. Let's cross Nelway instead. Like I said, I'm not a speeder. I do like going the speed limit. Just go as fast as we legally can. But I like to drive at a speed that I'd be 100% comfortable driving next to a cop. this place is so beautiful and lush and green. Amazing scenery. More RVs parked over here. Crammed in everywhere. Up to the town of Whitebird. Don't actually drive through it, it's a little bit off the road, but coming up to Whitebird. Bridge may be icy. I doubt it. I have my doubts. Just crossed the Salmon River, and look, we're crossing the Salmon River again. The mountains here are just so uniquely different. I love this run because of that. I don't know anywhere else where the mountains look like this. Not even really mountains. It's more like we're in the bottom of a gorge. Because if you go to the top of them and summit over the top, there's flat land, farmland up there. More people parked around. A lot of boat trailers. Shamrock Creek. Or was it something else? Oh no, it's Skookumukuk. Good luck with that. I can see why I might have read Shamrocker first, but nope. It's probably a native word. Now it says 28.5 degrees Celsius. It's warming up as we're going downriver. Getting lower and lower and lower in altitude. Because obviously a river flows downhill. Although, we're no longer going to do that. It'd be cool to take the old Highway 95 here someday. Not with a big rig, but with a personal vehicle. The exit coming up here is the old Highway 95. Right on this corner. Hell's Canyon National Recreation Area. I'm just hauling 2 empty trailers. This would be light. 4-way flashers on. Whitebird Junction, 1 mile. If you had turned off there on old Highway 95, that would have brought you around in the valley to Whitebird as well. And then it climbs the hill in the most beautiful switchbacks back and forth. We gotta climb the hill. I don't know if you guys can see the switchbacks of the highway. The old highway takes. Something about slide area. Ooh, interesting. The old highway, mountain way in the background, you can see lines going through it. That's the switchback going back and forth. It's disappearing behind the cliff right now. coming back out. That hill right there. I want to take that road, my personal vehicle. Law enforcement. I guess with all the people fishing, you've got the Department of Natural Resources, probably. Not sure what they call it here, but most likely going to catch up with that A train that's climbing the hill. We got a grain truck, grain A train. And we got an A train coming down of lumber. A trains are very popular in the US. Got forward flashes on, but it's coming down pretty quick. Celsius. See if it drops again as we get to the top. Man, this is beautiful. Love this. Okay, can you guys see the switchbacks now in that hill up there? You see a pickup with an RV going up it. Good choice. Good choice. Scenic way up. Choo choo. Little engine that could. switchbacks should be a little clearer now. Every corner you see the white, that's just the no posts. Or maybe they're metal barriers like this, but the barriers are on every corner pretty shiny and white right now. I guess it depends on what quality you're watching the video at. If you're watching in 4K on big screen, you probably can see those switchbacks. It's just kind of cool. Kind of cool. Bunch of debris on the road. Looked like a broken bottle and other broken stuff. I'm not sure what it was. Look in the mirror, clear, move over. Changing tires on their RV. So I had a flat. This is where the old Highway 95 comes out again. some rocks over here that have fallen down. Well, we got some kind of orange diamond, so let's see if they're working on a landslide, a rock slide. Elevation 4,245 feet. Whitebird Summit. Right over here must have been the big rock slide because they've got containers there preventing more rocks coming onto the road. To the top. And just like that, for the end of the video, we'll be in farmland. You see it in the background there. I see some beautiful yellow canola fields out there. Not necessarily canola. Ooh, what's the other plant that does the yellow flowers off? Can't quite remember. Yeah, last night I caved in. I paid for parking, $15 a night. My permit didn't allow me to travel. I didn't have a lot of freedom to pick places to sleep. So it was either stopping 2 hours before the customer in Boise at a rest area, or stop at a pullout that's got no rest area at all, or stop at a truck stop, and all the truck stops are paid parking. Some of them were $10, some were $15. I went with the $15 one because it was 10 minutes from the customer, and that meant, well, we had to deal with 10 minutes of traffic in the morning, and I showed up before rush hour started anyway, so it was pretty easy for me to get in. So I paid the $15, and I untarped in their yard as well, so don't like paying $15. That's a lot of money for me. Just to park in a place. I guess also use their washrooms and restrooms or whatever you call them. So, I don't know, I'll look at when we do on Monday, do a run down there again. I'll kind of do the math of where we can make it to. Decide if we're gonna do it again or stop a little earlier. It's certainly interesting how fast the landscape can change. We've gone through quite a few different types of landscape just within this hour. I would love to turn off over here and shortcut past this town, but it's a 10-ton limit and we're not allowed to go on this road. Wait, how much do I weigh without... I don't even know what the 10-ton limit is. I don't even know how heavy I am, so I didn't bother looking because obviously it'll be light. But how much I actually weigh, I don't know. Okay, we'll go through this town and then we'll call it a day. This is Grangeville. Not sure what Grange means, but what do most towns' names mean? Grangeville. Not sure how do you spell it. G-R-A-N-G-E Ville? Grange? Something like that? Could be off. I'm not good at spelling, so don't take my word for it. Looks like there might be raining over there. We're not going that direction, but it looks like it might be raining that way. We're just doing a big U-turn through town and then continuing back to kind of the way we were. Where I said that shortcut, kind of that way. That's where we're headed. Grangeville. 3,100 people population. Nom nom on the left here. I know I can fuel up there if I need to. Bit of a truck stop. Not much for truck parking, but a little bit of truck parking. Garmin.
Continue on US 95.
Make sure it took the right route back. Big lumber mill over here on the right hand side. Looks like they've got lots of trees there. I mean logs, lots of logs, former trees. Not sure what it's called. The sign's not easy to read. That's just Idaho Forest. Okay, so that's one of those huge mills that's all over the place. They've got many locations. Hammer down. All right. Guess I'll let you guys go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It's beautiful weather. 24 degrees Celsius here, so it is cooler up here. So about 5 degrees Celsius cooler than on the bottom of the valley by Salmon River. Thank you guys so much for supporting me monetarily. And like I say, never feel pressure to continue supporting me, or feel free to willy-nilly change your how much money you support me by. No pressure at all. Thank you guys for watching. I am out of here. You guys rock.